Hey everyone, it's Laura from ouroilyhouse.com, and today I want to share with you another What We Ate in a Week video, and this one is a Whole30 breakfast edition. If you've been hanging around my channel, you know that we are on the Whole30 for the month of January, and there's been a lot of Whole30 content that I'm trying to throw in for this 1 month because it is kind of the thing that we've been doing. So I shared a What We Ate in a Week dinners, and then I shared some snack ideas, and now I'm gonna share a breakfast idea. And then starting back up in February, I'll probably be back to some more of my usual content with more essential oil based things and some other healthy recipes, but not everything just Whole30. And I've noticed in a lot of the comments that a lot of you guys are also doing the Whole30, so I'm hoping that these videos are helping you guys get some Whole30 inspiration. And I also created an ebook with a Whole30 menu plan and a complete grocery list, and I have a link for that down in the description below if you guys want to check that out. For us, a typical Whole30 breakfast is some sort of egg, either scrambled or fried or hard-boiled, with some avocados and sauerkraut. But I did try to get a little more creative here and made up a few different recipes, and there were a couple that we ended up loving and we've done even multiple times since then now. I made a Whole30 oatmeal, which is completely grain-free, all compliant, and we have been eating that even for a snack. We've been loving it, so I have that recipe. Now, when I film these videos, I do them in the morning when I'm making breakfast, of course, and usually that's when it is still dark out. So excuse me on some of the lighting is not perfect on these because it's just real life. But if you want any exact recipes, you can find them all over on my blog. I hope these recipes give you guys some inspiration and that you enjoy this video. On the first morning, I made a Polish sausage sweet potato hash, and we actually made this for dinner a couple nights later because everyone in my family loved this and it's loaded with vegetables. First, start off by dicing up a few red potatoes, a couple sweet potatoes, and an onion, and I sauteed that in some coconut oil in my cast iron skillet. I found some Whole30 approved Polish sausage at a local health food store. And then I chopped up the sausage, and after letting the potatoes cook until they were almost soft, I added the sausage in over top of them. I then added in 2 big handfuls of spinach, and then I cracked 6 eggs over top of all the vegetables and the sausage. And then I baked it in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes until the eggs were set. On the second morning, we made a Whole30 approved oatmeal, and this was definitely a favorite for my kids. We made this a couple of evenings this week as well for a snack. We actually added in a diced up apple, and it even made it more delicious. You can get this whole recipe over on the blog. The third morning, we had Whole30 approved bacon and fried eggs. I served this with a scoop of sauerkraut and some avocado slices. The next morning we just had some sauteed vegetables and scrambled eggs. I diced up an onion and I sauteed it with just some coconut oil in my cast iron skillet. And I also threw in a handful of spinach. The next morning we had a sausage and vegetable egg casserole. This was another favorite with my family. I could not find ground sausage that was Whole30 approved, so I just made my own by browning up some meat and adding some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. While the meat was browning, I diced up a red pepper, a zucchini, and an onion. Once the meat was completely browned, I removed it from my cast iron skillet and added a little bit of coconut oil, and then I sauteed my veggies. I added in some mushrooms and a couple handfuls of spinach, and then once all the vegetables were soft, I tossed the meat back in and stirred it all up. I then whisked together 12 eggs. I added in a half a cup of coconut milk. You could use almond milk or even bone broth or even water, just something to get your eggs a little more liquidy. I baked this at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. The next morning I made a vegetable omelet, and by the picture you can see that I burned it, and that's because this was on Sunday morning, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to video our breakfast before heading out the door to church. I was definitely multitasking and let the eggs cook too far, and so that's why we had burnt vegetable omelets. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you can try out some of these delicious recipes. Don't forget to check out my free Whole30 ebook, which I have linked down in the description below. And if this is your first time by my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every single week on essential oil education, DIY recipes, and natural remedies for your home, health, and body. Thank you so much for stopping by our oily house.